Okay, how you guys doing? This is another video that I am speaking my story. So this is story time. Okay, so I might be doing the message, but I'm listening at the same time. So it's spiritual births. Okay, so prior to me leaving my grandparents' house, I had called. I was in a situation where I didn't have nowhere to go. Tried to stay with my sister. My sister didn't want me there. Tried to stay with my little sister. I had left her home, due to drugs. I'm not trying to put nobody business out there, but it is what it is. It's nothing to uh, oppose on, or like no one doesn't do drugs. It's a normal thing for some people. And currently, I was on paper. I couldn't be around that, but I still tried to manage to have control. But I ended up doing drugs anyway. And I didn't like the way I was feeling. I didn't like the situation. I didn't like my environment that I was in at her residence. So I ended up moving. And in the process of that, before I even left the home, they went through my purse. They went through my belongings. They even went through my phone, as where there were videos that I had on my phone where a butterfly came and landed on top of my head. On top of my head, a butterfly. And I was so amazed. I was so happy. I was so, in tune and just joyful. And that video was deleted out of my phone. There's another occasion where um, I had a moment where I was outside the 4th of July with them, and we had a, just like family time or whatever. Those pictures was deleted out of my phone. So they just kind of invaded my privacy to kind of spark things up to push me away from them, basically, to push me out their home. Fine, whatever. So I end up leaving, and I end up coming back to get my property. It's like every time I gained something, I had, materialistic things, because I'm not of this world. I'm not materialistic, but just things to be a woman, to have change of clothes, change of panties, change of, the socks, personal hygiene items. She had went through my stuff and took all of that. And some of my, I can't say all of us, half of my belongings was not in my bags or not with me. Okay. The same thing is where when the situation happened at my grandparents' house, they took my house slippers, they took my shoes, they just did a lot of fucked up, manipulative shit to me, took some of my clothes and stuff, and um, or whatever. So when I left there, I went to stay at a friend's house, and I tried to, hold on to what I had, and I ended up getting a house around the corner from my grandparents. They dog me the fuck out. Do you hear me? They dog me the fuck out. Do you fucking understand me? I'm talking about on to the niggas that I used to lay with, my abusers, that I overcame and I healed from and I grew from. They couldn't use that to attack me. So what they did, they would, put traps out. And I'm stating traps as, trash. It's kind of like like not tracking, but road blockages. It's what they were doing. And when I leave the house, he would telepathically say, "Oh, walk on this side, or walk on that side." Just all attacks. Like they would let these people know my comings and goings. It was like this person was trying to take attack on everything that was going on in my life when I was under attack by my family and by this third party person. They could be a murder couple that worked with my family that was hired to cause me so much chaos, to be blockage, for them to cause more damage on the family bloodline or whatnot. And so now, um, in that situation, y'all, I went through some shit. I went through some shit living around the corner from them. I endured people shooting every night. It was like when I did a channel message like this, they would shoot in the air, like as to say, "Oh, that's a warning. We warning you if you don't be quiet." Bitch, I kept talking. Excuse my French, but if you don't like what I'm speaking, you can always stroll. You can always watch another reader. But this is things that I literally experienced, living around my family members, letting me know that they were threatening me and trying to, uh, take me out, basically. And so sometimes I'll go outside and sit underneath the stars. Everywhere I went, I kind of was underneath the stars. Um, I'll go outside and I sit on my porch with my door open, or sometimes I'll close it. It depends. And I'll just sit underneath the stars and talk with the stars and whatnot, or what have you. And it'd be sometimes, I start going into my readings. I start getting to tarot really heavy, and practicing East terminology, and getting the understanding of twin flames and soulmate unions, and figuring out like this is your person, or this is a comic, or there's a comic involved, and you're dealing with a road lock, and just things that I grew in the time that I was under attack was grabbing me great knowledge. At the time, I didn't even know I was a musicianer. So I'm going to tell you about that as well. So basically, I would go out. I would go places to go try to shop, and people were gang stalking me. They would troll me at the place of business, like they would know when I'm coming, and they would warn these people, so they have like certain symbols and certain objects in the store that they will put out, on, like, say for instance, um, I'm going for candy and I need some deodorant. I'll go on this deodorant all, and there's a sneaker right by the deodorant. You know what I mean? This little, petty things, like little kid shit. That's how they try to feel like they have self control, or, whatever. So, things like that was what I was experiencing all the time on the regular daily basis. Living around my family members. And sometimes, like one day I was on the bus, and they knew I was getting off the bus. The police, that's how I know the police is involved. The police were sitting there, um, while I was at the bus stop. They were watching me. They were watching me. They're watching me. And I'm sitting at the bus station, actually, not the bus stop, the bus station. And while I'm sitting at the bus station, the officer's sitting there. He's watching. He got his window up, but I know he's watching. When you're an empath, you have these capabilities, okay, where you can sense a watcher, you can sense a stalker, you can sense plot. You can sense that before it even happened. You can sense it months before it even happens. So I get on the bus or whatever. I go, to my house or whatever, but I say, well, I go home right now. I'm going to walk to the store. So I might as well get off the bus right now and go to the store. So I get off the bus. I go to the store. I see my cousin. This is the symbols that they use. They use the pillow to basically say like, we're gonna kill your son. Um, and I go to the store, and she act like she didn't see me. I act like I didn't see her, but I knew what you were doing. So basically, really, the whole time I'm walking up, I'm like, yeah, that's her. Like, yeah, like I'm right. Say something. Like I just wanted her to say something, and she didn't say shit. So I didn't say nothing. I have self control, but as soon as you say something to me, as soon as you acknowledge me, I was gonna give her the blues. So help me God, I was gonna tell her exactly what I know y'all doing. And she didn't say nothing. So I go in the store or whatever. People in the store start, like, I'll stand in line, and one woman will walk off, and the other lady will come in, and she'll act like she don't see me, and she'll just walk around me or walk away from the register, like, like I was non-existent. And I was like, okay, so they're all plotting. So they're all aware of me or whatever. They've already gave them the info that I was moving in the air. Da da da. I'm like, okay, fine. So I take care of my business. I'm like, hey, ma'am, I'm ready to check out or whatever. And she's like, oh, baby, I'm sorry, this, that, third. You know how people do, whatever. So I check out, I leave, I go home, I do a channel message, and which is me doing readings. And I found out there was trying to set me up and trying to sacrifice me for my money, for my inheritance, for my grandmother. And these are younger crowds in my family. All the older people have kind of passed away, and the ones that's left now, they're getting older, they're getting sick, okay, and they don't have the fight that they used to have coming up against us anymore. They're getting weak, and while they're getting weak, you're getting the energy that they put in to hurt you, you're gaining that energy back. While you gaining that energy back and that power and that knowledge, they're getting weakened because you're breaking things off the bloodline, and they can't go on. They can't fight against those things. You're stronger than the negative force. Okay. So that's just me hypothetically speaking for my collectives, the ones that's listening in, the ones that's aware, the ones that want to get an understanding, the ones that want to speak out and tell their truth and voice their opinions. This is what's happening, what is happening. These things will happen all the time. People, like if I go to the laundromat and I go need some laundry, they put something in the bleach. I remember that I bought bleach at the store, at the laundry mat in that shopping center, and some said open it and smell it. I said, hey man, I said, this is not bleach. What's this? I said, this is not no bleach. He said, ma'am, that is bleach. I said, smell it. Smell it. Bleach loud. You can smell bleach. It had no smell to it. So while I'm sitting there and I'm doing the my laundry, he gave me another bottle of bleach, and I kind of pulled out, and I put my hand in and I get the texture of the bleach, and I smelled my hand, and I said, this is bleach, because for some reason I knew if I smelled bleach it would be strong. So some say pour it, some say pour it. You pour it, smell it. I did. I said, okay, this is bleach. Boom. Okay. So I washed my clothes, whatever. And as I'm washing, I can observe the outside. Now excuse me. Now I'm the type of person, I observe automatically. Like my energy will tell me, pay attention, be alert. Surroundings not. So I walk around laundromat, and I'm taking care of business. I kept saying, like, every move where I was in the corner, peeping, looking. I said, hey, look, tell them. I said, I want my money. I want all my fucking money. And I don't want to hear it. I want my fucking money. And to leave my fucking kids and us alone. He was like, and who I tell that to? I said, tell it to my family. They're ones that got you watching me. And he was like, okay, ma'am, you got it. I will. So I guess he told him. So a lot of Mexicans start coming around the store. A lot of black people start coming around the store. It's like they was trying to shut shop. And I'm going to tell you what a real empath do in these type of situations. If you find yourself feeling like you're at a place of threat, at any place of business, ground yourself. First, you should automatically be grounded. But me, I tapped in. So I'm going to tell you, I turned my back on them. I sat there and I folded up my laundry as though they was not even there. They came into my space, into my view, to let me know they got the message. And they start opening up their wallet like they ain't got no money. I said, well, I'm glad you know you got the message. All the other excuses, I don't even want to hear, is irrelevant to me. It's irrelevant to me. I kept on folding my clothes like I didn't even see them. So at that point, I'm like, okay, you prove your point. Let me keep proving mine. So I went viral. I can say viral. I went live. And I was at damn near viral on one video concerning the whole situation, what I'm speaking now. And at that moment, I knew that they knew they couldn't win against me. Things were coming back to me. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. I had a dream. This has been a while ago. I had a dream. And I know this is about my person is involved in this. My false person is involved in this because they're showing me like how they had to go back and look in the books or in the tablets of where they write what they send you in your dreams. They're opening up that book and they go back and read the dreams that they sent you. So when you go in when you are under their